Why is he sending so many invitations? God, K-Bar, relax. Anyway, welcome back to the North American E-Racing League Cup Series broadcast. They are running the Martinsville night race tonight. It'll be 250 laps of possible mayhem with the tempers that have been flaring recently after the last 2 mile and a halfers and a road course mixed in. I'm K Keenis 22. With me, I have LD Allen. How are you, Allen?
I'm doing good. Hoping this race is good too.
Well, I think we'll see some good racing along with maybe some bump and runs, a little contact. Well, probably a lot of contact. We're at Martinsville. Let's be honest. Let's be honest here. But yeah, I think it'll be a good race. We got some guys that, I mean, there's a few guys that have raced this for 3 seasons now, and they got some experience here. So we might have a favorite or two. We might have an underdog that maybe pulls a little strategy and sees what happens. With that, I will ask you who your pick is for the night before we even look at qualifying results.
Well, if you look back the last 2 seasons, Gillum has dominated both those races. So I think you're pretty stupid to pick anybody besides Gillum for the win tonight. But an honorable mention, or maybe underdog, maybe sneaky top 5 pick, is Jag Boy. Not the best season so far for him.
Yeah, he's had a tough go of it so far.
But he was dominant last year at the short tracks in the Xfinity Series.
All right.
So I don't remember if he did that good at Phoenix. I feel like he did well at Phoenix. So it's just kind of a short track earlier this year. So I'm looking for him to get a solid top 5 here.
I believe he had a top. I think he finished 3rd at Phoenix this season.
Yeah,
and
he did pretty well.
That rounded out that TJR 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Not without its controversy, of course, but there's always going to be people that are upset at every track. It is racing at this point.
Yeah.
But I think if you had to pick somebody to win, with his history, Killam is probably the man to beat. He kind of walked away with it under a lot of green flag racing last season. We'll see if he's instilled a little wisdom on his TJR teammates, like you said, Jagboy, Draven. Max Boost, our resident pro leaguer, not making the race tonight as we only have 13 drivers in the field. Like I said, 250 laps, stage 1, 64 laps, stage 2, believe it's 62, and the final stage is 118. Thank you, stage breaks, for those missing 6 laps. Fuel run, I believe the gauge says 72 laps on 2 times wear. Tires, I don't think will be an issue if you take care of them. But I mean, the last stage, we might see if a little strategy plays out of when these guys decide to pit or not. But should be a good race. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see if any payback happens from the last couple of races. Like I said, the Cup chat's been a little feisty after the last couple of races, which has been entertaining to an extent, but we'll see if there's a little payback. So
I'm not even in the Cup chat, and I know it's been feisty.
So. I'm sure you've heard the stories from your teammates sure.
Yeah.
But it'll be a good should be a good race. If not, we'll try and make it as entertaining as possible.
Yeah, we'll do something.
Captain Killam, like we were talking about, though, he's the favorite tonight. He's also the points leader, followed by You Already Heard, who's only 3 points behind him. Draven, Killam's TJR teammate, 9 points behind him in 3rd. Gator Mike, one of the co-owners, along with You Already Heard, and K-Bart, 4th place. Sharp, one of your teammates, one of the pure guys, 5th. NR Lewis, the 2nd elite guy, in 6th. Big Jim, who may or may not be coming back. We're not sure yet. We don't know. He is in 7th, which could, if he does not come back, could open up a playoff spot for somebody else. K-Bart rounding out the top 8, the 3rd co-owner. And then the playoff cut line Jaw, who is no longer in the league at the moment. We'll see if he comes back as well. Shadowhawk, always good at the shorter tracks, but he is out tonight as well. I think he might have something for Killam if he was here. But
yeah,
I don't think I blame him for taking Martinsville off, though. Let's be honest here. Like, this is a track where you might have you might get pushed, rubbed the wrong way, and pay somebody back. So,
yeah.
But I think these guys are in qualifying. Let's see if we can pull up a stream and see what's going on here.
They are. They have 4 laps to qualifying left.
Well, you're ahead of me.
Yes.
Just gonna let you take over. It's fine. I'm leaving.
Okay. I actually have some updates
Go ahead.
on some inactive people. OG, who is inactive, he started a new job a week or two ago.
Ooh.
And he'd be only able to make the Sunday races. He'd be working on the Thursday races. So he has retired for the season, and we might see him back next season, possibly in the trucks, where he could run full time.
Interesting.
So, unless his schedule changes.
Interesting.
So yeah, he is done for this season.
I mean, real life always comes first, and I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do in real life, and then racing comes second here for sure. Especially because, as we know, it is just a video game. There's more important things than that. So, you say you have another update as well?
Yeah, I've also talked to Big Jim, and he said he was also done for the season.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he might change his mind later. But he told me he was done for the season, and he may come back next season. He wasn't sure. So.
Well, I think that'll open up a spot, if that holds true, for another playoff driver, and there should be a good battle for that last playoff position, as we've seen in previous seasons in all of the series. Actually, it always comes down. It always seems to come down to a handful of points or less in almost every cut race that we have. So every stage point, every single spot throughout the season is very important. It looks like they just wrapped up qualifying on Killam's stream here. He also ran his personal best ever, so that's kind of scary for the. That's I don't want to assume things, but that might be scary for the other guys if in heat. Granted, his two other Martinsville victories have been on Heat 4. So we'll see if he can translate that over. So
I think the games aren't too different, so I think he shouldn't have that hard a time.
They're a little different, but I think that he's played enough of these to where I think he can translate that over relatively easy as we just scroll through the cars here, and we'll just look at Clint Boyer's cars just because we're talking about Killam, I guess.
Going back to the standings you were talking about, the playoff cut is always super close.
Absolutely.
Usually you have a few people pulling away at the top, but in the Cup and the Xfinity series, it's been close 1st through 10th. I know we're only a handful of races in, but I mean, very competitive in both series.
Oh, absolutely, and I think since I run the trucks and whatnot, I think of how that's set up. There's obviously going to be your top few guys that kind of pull away, but that cut line is always a huge battle because you never know what's going to happen in a race. Somebody could miss a race and
for sure.
just get that minimum 15 points and lose a little bit of ground if they have a lead or if they're chasing, but it could always... It always seems to get super close no matter what the series, no matter what...
I'm sorry, continue.
Wait, did I just see them go to the wrong track?
Yeah, they didn't pause it once they got back to the lobby.
All right, we might be waiting just a hair longer, folks.
Killam did have pole, Hurd had second, Draven had third.
All right.
But I don't know how accurate that's going to be since they're going to Michigan now.
All right. This is the first time we've seen this, but all right, well. I have an eye on the Discord chat. We'll see what's happening. K-Bart lagged out. Okay.
Oh, and he was the host, so I'm assuming whoever got host.
Lights out got the lobby and did not realize it.
I mean, why would you expect to have the host?
Oh, for sure. You can't. You can't blame. Oh, they're all backing out of the Michigan race.
Yeah, I mean they have to.
Right.
Redo qualifying, or they're gonna have to. They're gonna have to invite.
If they have the order, they can invite it. It looks like Killam's gonna start the lobby and send out some invites since he got the poll.
Yeah, Killam scrolled through all the positions after qualifying on his stream, so his stream should have the starting positions. So they do have that option if they want to do that.
Well, this might take a few extra minutes, but
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the Xfinity race. I mean, we saw, like you were telling me earlier. I didn't get to actually watch the race, but it was another short track, and there was some great racing. So hopefully that holds true moving up to the Cup Series here at Martinsville, because you guys raced at Bristol. What did you learn at a short track there that you could possibly, like, if somebody was racing in both, which I don't think there is, but if you were to then move up for this Martinsville race, what do you think you would have learned from that Bristol race to apply to a Martinsville Cup race, if anything?
Yeah, both the tracks, the tracks are so different.
Absolutely.
Bristol, obviously high banked. Martinsville, some banking, pretty flat though. But the key for me yesterday, I came into the race, be patient as possible, let other people make mistakes, and that's how you get past. I didn't start that good. I think I started 8th, but I mean, I was in the top 5 within like 10 laps just from people making mistakes in front of me, and I had a pretty mistake-free race that got me a solid top 5. So you're going to see the people up front in these races. There usually hasn't been that many cautions in the past few Martinsville races, so I don't expect there to be too many. So the people up front are going to be people not making mistakes. So don't hit the curb, don't get on the gas too hard coming off the corner and spin the tires, stuff like that. Just patience and hitting your marks every lap is going to be very important.
Absolutely, and I think that goes with. I mean, that's something you can apply to every track, but short tracks like this, in particular,
specifically, yeah,
absolutely, that applies 1,000,000% to these short tracks.
Yes.
Now, I run with a controller. I think you do as well, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm actually on a wheel.
You are on a wheel, okay. So now on a controller, I find Martinsville fairly difficult in the fact that it's harder to gently accelerate out of a corner and like apply the gas 0 to 100% smoothly.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense, like from going from 0.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So then I feel like I know Killam runs a wheel, and I don't think that gives him all of the skill that he has here, because he knows how to run this track. But I think that absolutely helps getting out of the corner, especially once they get on a longer run, because of the fact that he can very gingerly get on the throttle and not necessarily mash the gas like some of these controller guys are doing. So as a person who uses a wheel at these short tracks, do you think that is an advantage once you've obviously adapted to how the game works with a wheel?
I don't think it's as big as an advantage as you think it is. It definitely is an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Killam is much better at this game than I am. Just throwing that out there. I find it kind of hard, specifically with this game, to be very controlling with the throttle.
Okay.
I mean, it's not the most integrated into this game. There's other games that do a wheel a million times better in this game. But Killam is very good. I think he has that down a lot better than I do. So I would say for him, it's a pretty good advantage. But then again, people who played NASCAR Heat Evolution, NASCAR Heat 2, have been playing the games this whole time on controller. They're going to be pretty good at that too.
Fair.
So I think a wheel is a slight advantage. I don't think it's that big an advantage though. I think Killam would probably, if he'd been playing controller as long as all these other people have been on controller, I think he'd still be the favorite at this track by a mile. So.
Okay. Well, I just figured I'd ask the question. We're still killing a little bit of time while the lobby gets set up here, because we had a little post-qualifying lobby issue.
It looks like almost everybody's in at this point.
I think they're, I was going to say, I think they're getting it there. I got Killam's stream up, but he's on the blue screen sending out the last couple invites. Well, now we're sitting here, and what kind of wheel do you run? What do you got?
Logitech G29, I believe.
G29? All right.
Yeah, just the standard one. I don't have any of that Fanatec stuff. That's way too expensive for me.
I'm actually, so I got a couple of my buddies building a PC so I can move to iRacing after this season, and I'm actually looking at a couple of the Fanatec wheels. So
the Fanatec wheels are probably the best wheels out there.
they look very nice. The price tag is
not nice.
It hurts a little bit, but like some of
Yeah.
their bundles for what you get are pretty. And this is not sponsored for anybody watching. Not sponsored, even though every time we load into this,
It might as well be sponsored.
yeah, no, you ain't joking. But every time we load into this, it always seems to. We always look at those beautiful Fanatec items, and it's there's one that I'm looking at, but I don't know how well it would work for oval stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, you want a bigger wheel for oval.
Right. And the one that I was looking at was it's like the Formula One bundle, which has like the Formula
cool.
One. Yeah, but I think it could be used for oval once you get used to it. It's really no different than putting your hands on at 9 and 3. Yeah. But anyway, I think we are able to join. Wait. I don't
think so.
Wait.
Killam's still paused on his stream. I'm not sure.
I have an invite from Swamp Fox. What are we waiting?
Gator's typing. We might be able to join here in a second.
We are good. Okay. He was waiting for the broadcast invite just in case. They're unpausing.
They're still paused. They're still paused. I wouldn't join.
I'm looking in the cup chat right now. He said they're unpausing, so we'll wait for the good to go here in a second.
Gotcha. Man, I wish I could be in the cup chat.
Perks of being a front office person. Get to watch everybody yell at everybody, and sometimes it's hilarious. All right, we got a whole nother minute or so to kill, but they are loading in now. This is the Martinsville night race, so some of these paint schemes will look mighty good under the
for sure
under the lights. One of my favorite ones actually is the 8 car, which I ran in the duels earlier this season. The I Am Second red, white, and blue scheme, just beautiful.
That's a nice car.
And that was my life until Iowa in the truck series, where I finally won a truck race.
Well played.
Oh, absolutely. Gotta throw that in there.
Yeah.
All right. They are... All right. We're good to go. Let's get in there. Hey. Oh, my God. A win is a win. All right, Johnny. No, it always feels good. Winning is always good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, they are... in the starting order in which they qualified because of the lobby issues. Killing with pole, you already heard second. Draven third, and Crunch fourth, with TK270 Kelvin rounding out your top 5. So let's load in and see what these guys are doing on the track, huh?
Kevin with the top 5. Low see it.
He did.
Had a great season so far. But
he
said he's pretty good here. So I'm looking for him to.
The last 2 seasons, he's been one of the guys up in the top 3 to 5 who can keep up with Killam for a few laps until Killam hits those back burners and drives away. But and that's historical. We're looking at this race now. So let's see what happens as they take the green flag as we're loading in here. I got Killam's stream up.
The short tracks in this game are so different than the 1.5 miles and the 2 miles.
Absolutely.
They usually bring out some people you don't usually see at the front.
That's true.
So looking forward to that.
You already heard drove it in real deep there.
Yeah.
This is also one of the worst tracks to use the cinematic camera on, which is just awful. Because you just end up zooming into the number. So we'll do a lot of backwards looking tonight, and if it's not us, it's 704. As we'll scroll farther in the pack here, the top 3 are a little spread out. There's Crunch.
You got a pure sandwich back here. Balance.
Let's see. Ronnie Mack in 7th. Gator Mike in 6th. Gator Mike into the wall. Ronnie in the wall as well.
We got Gator Mike with the Corey LaJoy face paint scheme, but Beard isn't there.
I believe he said he's using the mask scheme in case he doesn't social distance himself throughout the race.
That's great. Oh, I love that. I can't believe that's an actual thing in this game.
He had a different reason, but we're just going to keep it PG.
Okay, gotcha. I got you, Drift, there.
He's got the masked up one, so yeah. Well, reminder: social distance, coronavirus sucks. I want to go to bars. Please make it stop. As we see Sharp back here behind Ronnie Mack and Gator, with I believe that is Lights Out right behind him. Two pure teammates in roughly 8th and 9th, maybe 9th and 10th.
And Ronnie right in front of him. That's the other.
Oh yeah, I always forget Ronnie is pure. My goodness. My apologies again. I need a listing of all the teammates. But if
I'm sure you can find that somewhere.
Nah. I'll just have to remember. But if we go back up to the front, Captain Killam and you already heard are kind of running away from Draven in 3rd place here, with Crunch behind them, and there's the masked up Gator machine in 4th, followed by Kelvin in 5th. Yeah, this cinematic camera is just atrocious.
From what you said from the previous seasons of this race, no big surprise people out in front.
Nope, not at all. And I think that showed during qualifying. Like, this is one of the tracks where if you qualify well, you're going to do well, and if you know how to run the track, you're going to qualify well.
Yep.
So, as we got Crunch looking, actually, oh my god. The fact that they are in order of where they qualify, this is going to make it so nice. We got Crunch looking at the inside drive. We have a caution. It looks like Sharp has huge damage, as does TK Kelvin. Oh, that is Jagboy. I'm sorry. I forgot that Kelvin switched cars. I am a season behind. Lewis with a little bit of damage as well, it looks like.
Lewis has a lot of bit of damage.
K-Bart with some damage too, it looks like.
Interesting.
We'll just scroll through the field. Oh yeah, Sharp and Jag probably have the worst damage out of all of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
K-Bart with a lot of damage too. Lights Out have some? Lights Out doesn't have much, at least on my screen, but we know how 704 likes to work.
Yeah, you never know these days. Yeah, he doesn't have much damage on my screen either, so... we're gonna assume Sharp, Lewis, and Jag happen something.
And K-Bart. He had some damage too. We'll just...
Something around there.
We don't want to unfairly assume, but we got what we got right now.
Teammate plays up at the front.
Ooh. K-Bart
like
just either is lagging or just got hammered into that corner there. My goodness.
Well, I thought Killam was going to let Draven in front of him, but then Killam hit Draven in too, so maybe not.
All is fair in love and war, I guess, right? I know the two guys are friends, but I know they get pretty feisty with one another at times, so.
I would agree with
that. It's always this track is. I don't think it's the best in the game for this reason and this reason. The net code bubble around these cars. You could be.
Ronnie hit the curb and spun out.
Ooh, uh-oh. That's never good. Where is Ronnie? Oh, yeah, Ronnie's all by his lonesome back here. But luckily, aero damage doesn't hurt nothing here because you ain't going that fast.
Very true.
As you already heard, is looking under Draven with Gator Mike trying to follow. Oh, Gator Mike, with a little help, got around.
Swamp cleaned them out. Goodness.
I think that was Kelvin. Or was that Swamp?
I think it was Swamp. I believe Kelvin's in the 24. Correct?
He is, yeah. But Kelvin was the one directly behind him at the time when he hit the grass and got that little bump that turned him around.
Well, Swamp totally killed him off the tee.
And that kind of, it looks like K-Bart either lagged out or left due to lag. He might have lagged out because I know he lagged out of the qualifying lobby. Killam with about half a straightaway lead. You already heard ran up the track. Maybe got a little assistance there, but I didn't see. But this track it's pretty rough to run because of that little bubble that's built around the cars, if you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever played the game. I'm
going to be honest, I don't run this track much.
But the problem is on your screen, you may not touch somebody, But
Yeah.
on theirs, they may feel a whole hell of a bump that just sends them way up the track. And with how the game's made, that doesn't help tempers at times, especially with this being a short track. You already heard in the wall, hard out of 4. A freight train of 3 cars goes by him. Looks like Crunch runs up into Kelvin there. Draven in second now. Got TJR top 2. You already heard looking under TK Kelvin.
It's long now, but Jagboy has cleared everybody and is hauling up to the front.
And I wonder if there's like if that's a little bit of the TJR wisdom that Killam possibly instilled into Jagboy for this race.
I think that definitely helps. Because Jagboy has been very good on short tracks.
Absolutely, as we saw in the Xfinity Series all last season, he I don't want to say he walked away with all the races, but he did very well in each one.
He won most of the short tracks, for sure.
As you already heard, back to 4th.
And then having Killam as your teammate, he's so good here, definitely didn't hurt. So.
If you want to invite K-Bart to the booth, we can get a third in here, one of the co-owners, because he did lag out.
All right, I will. I'm not. I'll look for him.
K-Bart 20.
Yes, sir. I'm for friends.
I hope so.
Oh, yes, we are.
But there's quite the battle for second going on here between Draven and Crunch right now. Keeping it clean, but very hard fought. Killam's
love to see that.
Killam's walked away with about a half a straightaway lead because, like we talked about in the pre-race, he's been the Martinsville master these last 2 seasons. Welcome, K-Bart, to the broadcast.
Well, hi.
Did you lag out there, or what happened?
Yeah, my router was like, yeah, I'm going to reset myself
Ooh,
right now.
That's too bad.
You hate to see it.
On the bright side, you couldn't have missed a... You couldn't have missed a...
I'm going to come join you guys.
Yes, yes, love to see it. As we have one of the co-owners of the North American E-Racing League, love to see that.
And Cup Commissioner. That's great.
That as well. Don't toot your own horn too much, K-Bart. Come on now.
I have to. I have to. This is the only time people are going to say my name, like, on the track, so that's cool.
Say my
name,
name,
but whatever.
say my name.
But, hey, I'm going to load in right now and watch this great race.
So far, it's been pretty interesting. They're pretty well spaced out, but the conveyor belt's starting to go. Is there anything that you noticed as you qualified and began the race before you lagged out? Is there anything you noticed that might give us a little additional insight to what we previously thought?
It was, there's some bumping and bang in the back, and I was just chilling in 13th because, I lagged out, or I lost connection going qualifying, as you guys saw that, and had to wait for the race to start. And,
Lieutenant Crunch looking under Draven for second place.
And yeah, I was just chilling in the back, and a caution came out. I got around that, and we restarted that caution, and yeah, that's basically
and
it.
704 and your router said, "Nope, you ain't finishing this."
Yep, basically. So, but hey, Killam. Right now, I see he has a good 5,000 second lead, so it's gonna be a great race.
He was both of our picks for the to win the race, just because of his previous 2-season history here in the North American E-Racing League at Martinsville in the Cup Series. Draven is another guy to look out for. You already said he had some in practice, but an underdog that most people, based on his season so far, Kelvin, he's been good here the last 2 seasons as well. So this is a good opportunity for him to make up a lot of points.
Yeah, he's going to need to make up a lot of points. It's really going to help when that 42 car sitting down in pit road. He's going to have last place points. So
you are
be able to gain up on that card. So.
You are the cut line guy, but
I am the cut line guy.
Big Jim.
Not anymore, probably. So.
Big Jim is no longer in the Cup Series as of now, so you at least started the race, so you'll more than likely pass him, unless I mathed wrong. But
was he above me? I can't remember.
He was right. He was directly above you in 7th, I believe. So.
All right. Yeah, I should be able to pass him because he'll have 0. So. And
then I believe Shadowhawk was directly behind him, who is not racing tonight, but he got his 15 points for letting us know.
Indeed.
So I think you'll be safe, but I think Big Jim will be out. Jagboy actually might be the next one in because Shadow's out. Jim is no longer with us, and same with Jaw.
Yeah. I don't mind this track. It just takes a lot of patience.
Absolutely. As we scroll back here to Ronnie Mack.
Someone down pit road, I see.
Sharp is down pit road. It looks he might have spun out. He's got a lot of damage on the front of his car here, so.
Kelvin is all over Crunch.
As Lights Out also has a lot of damage. The Pure guys, they've been having a rough go.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Lewis with some damage. I know he's not a huge fan of this track, but he is here. Swamp with some nose damage as well.
He is not a big fan of this track.
He is not.
Yeah. He wanted to do that Michigan race after.
That he did.
So.
It looks like Killam has almost a whole straightaway lead already.
Oh, he sure does.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got Kelvin in second though.
Yeah,
the RKR. RKR looking to have a good day with Kelvin and Crunch up there. You already heard in fifth, Draven in fourth. But it's nice to see these guys mixing it up, and I know there's not a lot of real estate here to dice it up, and we have less drivers than normal, but it's nice to see these guys mixing it up. We'll move back here in the pack. You could throw a blanket over second through sixth right here.
Yeah, that's a great racer right here.
I'm just watching kill him.
There's Sharp. Lapped car. He's trying to get out of the way there. Much respect for these guys. Not, like I said...
Killam's line is so consistent every turn.
Absolutely.
Like you could tell he's ran 1,000 laps before this.
He's the Martinsville master in the NARL,
His
I believe.
drive off is so amazing. Like, after so many laps, probably about... Oh, man, during the warm-up race, probably...
Well, actually...
I started with a tighter setup. I'm out, so I'm going to say I'm going to start with a 5.
Okay.
So I started with a preset 5, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to start a little tight, and I know it's going to get loose off long a run. That's great, but it got a little too loose off, so... but it doesn't even look like he's getting loose off. His car is sticking to that track. And he's just getting on it. I mean,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
We're actually. I have my camera on the roof cam of his right now, and it looks like what he does is he gets in that corner and he really lets it roll. And occasionally, if he gets in a little hot, he'll diamond it and that's that runoff you were talking about. Like. He enters a little high and then kind of like tries to straighten out the back half of that corner so that way he's not turning while he's accelerating, or he's turning less while he's accelerating, so you don't get that loose off feeling here that most people feel at Martinsville. So
also, he's not sliding all the way up to the wall.
He's not, no.
So he's really straightening out the corner.
Yeah, he's not. His breaking point is so perfect. He never messes up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like a half a second too late, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna be up in that third lane. So
yeah.
And I'm like, I really try to back it down a lot, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I can arc it a little bit, try to get a little big run off, and so I won't lose as much time. So
as Kelvin is still in second, followed by Draven in third. You already heard in fourth, and I believe that was Crunch in fifth. So.
Swamp just went a lap down, let Killam go by easily.
That he did. And I think that's, with how fast Killam and some of these guys are, like, if you are not a huge fan of this track, and I know myself, I'm not a huge fan of this track. My goal would just be to, A, not spin out coming out of the corner, don't get loose coming out of the corner, don't screw anybody else's race up, like, don't accidentally spin in front of somebody. Let everybody go by as clean as possible.
Don't hit the curb.
Exactly. You just want to minimize your mistakes if you're not extremely comfortable at this track. Like, probably the top 5 or 6 guys are. Oh, Crunch into the wall. He got loose coming out of the corner, overcorrected. It looks like Ronnie was collected as well.
Oh, big wreck, yep. Ronnie's still around.
We'll see if they keep going. I don't see a caution coming out yet. No. Poor Ronnie.
Ronnie keeps up his streak of being in pretty much every accident there is.
Also, as we scroll back to Ronnie, shout out to Ronnie last season. He was having a tough go of it. He finished 65 to 70 laps down, Rode
And
through the
he's still
pit.
on track.
He set a whole new record for most pit stops, most laps down in a North American E-Racing League race while still
great.
staying in the race. Shout out Ronnie Mack.
You love to see it.
Love to see that.
We thought he was going to do that tonight, and you can tell he's put a little practice in, and we saw it in warm-ups, and we thought he was going to be really, we're like, oh, wow, he's actually the top 5. He's actually running some good laps, and it's unfortunate, wrong place, wrong time right now. Oh, Swamp's around.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Crunch is around. That's got to be a caution.
Oh,
Lewis is into
Lewis
it.
got into Crunch there.
That's a
Uh-oh.
lot of damage for Lewis. That's
Oh, kill him! Got in the back of him, I think.
caution.
Golly. Yeah, so what happened there? Swamp got loose off the corner and overcorrected into Gator and pinned Gator into the wall. And then Gator said, "I had enough of this," and then spun him out. While
I just saw on Killam's stream that Lewis was ghosted before Killam hit him on my screen, so that works out for our leader.
Yeah. And Ron gets the free pass.
Gator warned that he wasn't going to be Mr. Nice Guy tonight. So.
He didn't. Like I said beforehand, tempers were flaring after the last 2 mile-and-a-halfers in a road course, so we'll see.
You know what? You know what the best thing about legging out is? I can
Don't
drink
deal
as
with
much beer as I want, so...
Cheers.
I'll be right back.
Cheers, K-Bart. As we got Killam leading him to green here. I'm going to see how many laps they have left when he crosses the line, followed by TK, 270 Kelvin in second. Draven, 64. We'll see. I mean, kind of bunched them all together, so we'll see if he's got something for him. But he is starting on that outside lane, which is not the preferred line here. You always want to start on that inside. They're coming to 9 to go here for the stage, so this could be
Really?
this could get feisty for the last few stage points. I'm actually gonna.
Joe's probably looking for some good stage points. I know. Oh, big wreck in the back. Lewis, Jag Boy in the wall.
I think there's some lag involved in that.
They're still rolling. As we ride with Crunch looking forward, he is in 7th. We got the top 6 looking in front of him with Ronnie Mack, who was just in that accident, in 8th right now. So if some stuff happens in front of Ronnie, he very well could cash in a stage point after that accident.
Yeah, he better hurry up. There's only 5 laps to go, though.
Ronnie actually got the free pass on that caution, so that was kind of lucky for him.
I believe they're coming to 7 to go. Actually, it'll be 6 to go next time by. What is Jag doing? Is he lagging?
Jag is lagging.
He was lagging early in the race when I was in there.
My apologies.
Looks like he backed off to let
I thought he
know.
sent it way in there. Apologies. As you already heard, gets by Draven for 2nd place. Looking for some more stage points. We know, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. You already heard right now is the stage point king having almost twice as many as the 2nd place driver.
Yeah.
He is. He wants to keep up going on that streak. He knows Killam's a really hard battle tonight, so he's gonna have to get as much as he can.
It looks like with Draven behind him, he might be.
Oh, he's in the wall.
He is in the wall. He looks like Draven might have given him a little bump. But I mean, if you have 2 good first stages, it almost is the cover your ass tactic for. It's almost an insurance policy, because if something does happen in that last stage, you still have those points. I don't want to say to lean back on, but they are very helpful as they are coming to 3 to go here.
We got a good battle back here for 5th for the last stage point here.
That we do. I see Gator. I'm on Gator's masked vehicle. Looking forward at Kelvin and Hurd with Draven also in view. Killam has distanced himself enough. Kelvin looking under Hurd. Joe into the wall.
You should have mentioned him in stage points.
I know, right? Gator sends it into turn 1 a little bit there.
Lights sent it in there too.
Lights is looking for a stage point. Ever crucial. Every point matters here.
Where did Lights come from? He was nowhere. Oh. That caution benefited him for
That
sure.
caution definitely, it helps everybody here at Martinsville. You never know what's going to happen. Lights just forgot to brake there, it looks like. My goodness.
Yeah.
All right,
it looks like he's going to let Hurd by. That was a nice move from him.
as he probably should have based on what we saw, if we're not going to. So,
then move him out of the way into the next. I don't know what's happening.
Killam with the stage win, followed by Draven. TK, 270, Kelvin, Gator Mike, and You Already Heard.
Actually,
Rounding out the top 5.
I believe Lights got him at the
Lights
line.
did
Yeah.
get him at the line. My apologies. So we got Killam, Draven, Kelvin, Gator, and Lights rounding out your stage 1 top 5.
Yeah, let's just say Herd is not going to be very happy with
He will. I don't believe he'll be cutting Lights any slack after that incident.
0 would be the term. Zilch.
Sorry, I started Discord.
And let's see, stage 2, I believe, is 62 laps. These guys will not have to pit unless there's a caution, in which case they want to get fresh tires. But fuel mileage-wise and tire wear-wise, if it goes green, they can make it in the first 2 stages. So looks like Kelvin's pit crew got him the preferred line here, leading the field to green.
When in doubt, kill him here, though.
Oh,
Yep.
he hit the apron. He's going to let Killam go.
Looks like Killam's going to get by. Gator Mike on the outside looking to get by as well, excuse me.
Oh, it is. There's a hornet's nest behind them, though. Goodness gracious.
If they can get it spaced out, that's when... Oh, somebody around in the back.
That is Crunch.
Crunch around. Uh-oh. Season 1 champion of the Cup Series in the North American E-Racing League.
No caution. I'm sorry.
No caution.
They just go so slow here.
Oh, yeah. In the corners, you don't want to call a caution unless you know. Gator Mike in second. Followed by Kelvin. And Draven battling for third. Ronnie Mack in 5th. You already heard looking below Ronnie Mack in 6th. He's also going to look under Kelvin, who hits the wall coming out of 2. You already heard up to 4th. Looking under Draven as well as we look back. Not a whole lot of battling back there. Ronnie Mack in 5th. Kelvin lost a few spots, hitting the wall out of 2. Drives Ronnie Mack up the track there a little bit.
And Lights dives it under Kelvin.
Lights following suit there. Lewis trying to stay out of the way because he hates Martinsville. Interesting.
That is an accurate description of what's happening. Very accurate.
As we look back from Draven, you already heard hot on his tail, followed by Ronnie Mack. Kelvin gets driven in by Lights just a hair there. Jagboy following behind them. Lewis still hating Martinsville. And Swamp Fox as well. Both of them not enjoying the track.
It takes a lot of courage to show up to Martinsville.
It does, and to stay in the whole race as well.
Yeah, so shout out to Lewis for actually coming.
Shout out to everybody who finishes the race, even K-Bart.
Yes.
Because it was not of his own doing. Gator driving it in very hard into 3, trying to keep up with Killam here.
You know what the best part about this race? If you look up and see those white things, the lights, under the lights here, that looks so good.
It does.
Yeah.
We were talking about that while we were waiting for the lobby to be the race lobby to be made.
My bad. Am I late to the party?
You little bit, but that's
I
okay.
should have lagged out sooner than that. My bad.
You should have lagged out in qualifying, K-Bart. Come on. we got Killam still leading. Gator Mike in second, one of the 3 co-owners. His other co-owner in third, and the third co-owner in the booth with us.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Kevin's around.
That's a caution.
Oh my goodness. 4 cars
big
involved. Swamp Fox, Sharp, Kelvin, somebody else. Lights.
I would just like to point out, a lap before that happened, Jagboy performed the first double bump and run. Moved Kelvin and Ronnie out of the way.
My goodness.
You love to see it.
How does that work? Can you describe that for us?
So he bumped Ronnie up the track, and then he doored Kelvin.
Well,
that is how he got by.
I don't know how kosher that is, but all right.
I mean, it is easy to do that here. If you miss your braking point by like half a foot, you're going way deep into the corner.
It looks like people are telling Jagboy he's lagging in the cup chat.
That could have been lag. That would make more sense.
But anyway, Killam and Draven, TJR top 2, leading them to green here, followed by Gator Mike. You already heard, and Ronnie Mack. Looks like
Jack graciously pulled out of the way there. Very nice.
always a gentleman's courtesy there. Gator Mike looking under Captain Killam for the lead, as we may have a new leader for the first time tonight.
We got a lot of bumping and banging right now.
We got 3 wide. Kelvin around. Huge wreck in the back.
His hood.
Oh, golly.
My goodness.
Oh, and he legs back up to the front with a caution.
This is getting interesting here.
I'm so happy I'm not in this race right now.
Hey, guess what, K-Bart? I am too.
Killam actually hit the curb there and went up into Draven, and that is how Gator got underneath him.
Oh.
So yeah, and then it looked like it was just a mess back there, and Killam got on the curb, and somebody pushed him on the curb, and that is not a good combo, as we just saw.
Sharp has made it back to the lead lap.
Let's go! Let's go, Sharp! I don't know what happened, but he's 2 laps down. He must have had some damage and had to pit. That's why you never quit on these races. You never know what could happen.
Especially these short tracks like Martinsville. You never know.
Sure.
You absolutely never know what's going to happen. Let's scroll to Gator, who's leading the field to green once again, followed by Killam. You already heard Draven and Ronnie Mack. As they go down into turn 1 here, we have a comment.
I'm not sure if I should be surprised or not if Gator's leaving, but I didn't expect him to be out front much. So
we got Joe trying to look under, not going to get there.
I know Gator loves these technical tracks, especially road courses. He might have gotten a bump or accelerated too quickly coming out of 4. He got the wall. You already heard looking under Gator after that incident. Killam drives back to the lead. Draven
Killam kind of came up a little bit, gave Gator a little shove. I don't think Gator's going to like that. He's going to try to get something here.
I think Gator's going to return the favor if he gets back to him here.
Yeah, not right now. He's a little too far away. He might have to let Joe by.
Oh, he drove it way in there. Gator was looking for that bumper, trying to sniff it out. Meanwhile, you already heard looking below Gator, followed by Draven and Ronnie Mack. Huge little cluster back there in the back half of this little pack. But we're going to focus. We're going to focus on the top half here. Look, they're getting a little dicey and racy. Draven under Gator for 3rd, trying to take the spot. Gator with the run off at 2 down the backstretch. Ronnie Mack hoping these guys keep battling to get back in this fight here. Followed by Crunch, NR Lewis, and Lights Out, I believe. Swamp Fox behind them. Looks like you already...
Kelvin, then Jackboy. Just thought I'd finish out the field there.
Go ahead. If you're back there, you go right on ahead. You already heard trying to get back to kill him here. But like you said earlier, Alan, that run off that Killam gets at this track is just unreal. I think Hurd's trying to follow his line here and see what he's doing just to get that extra speed.
I don't know if that's going to work, though.
Not necessarily, but it's something to try.
It won't hurt for sure. I remember doing that. We were in a practice race for Bristol last year, and a host was just driving away with it. So I'm trying to copy him, trying to figure out what he's doing, and I can't figure it out, and he's still driving away. So
Draven, under Gator for 3rd. Oh, that's for sure. Like, everybody's got their own skill set that they bring to the track and how you need to drive it to be fast. And especially, like, setup-wise, if you set it up for, like at Bristol, if you set it up for the high lane, then you're going to run that high lane every single lap. Yeah. But if you have to go the low lane, you're going to lose a lot of speed. And especially if that's what your driving style lends it to.
I mean, if you're at Bristol, you're going to have to find the happy medium. You're going to have to run everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're going to have to run everywhere. So you always got to find the right setup so you can run the low lane and the high lane, just in case restarts, someone's passing you, you want to pass somebody. I mean, if you want to get around somebody, you're going to have to not run your lane most of the time. So.
And it looks like Joe in second here is... He's keeping up with Killam for the moment. We'll see if he's got that long run speed as well. We do have a couple comments here from WSC. He said his prediction is Team Elite will go to victory lane tonight. And also that, quote, you got to roll them corners. That is absolutely factual here at Martinsville. You got to roll the corners.
Does somebody want to inform him who won the last 2 races here? Very convincingly.
Well, he's new to the league. We'll let him find it out.
Yeah, we'll
We'll let him find out. We'll see if Joe can track him down. If so, then his prediction might come true.
He's got a shot for sure. He's hanging. I'm kind of surprised he's hanging this well, honestly.
He is. I think he's got to go back to that line he was running to keep up with him because he's been driving it. I got my camera on him. It looks like he's trying to diamond it a little more.
Yeah, Killam kind of drove it in there a little bit. I think Joe kind of caught him there.
Killam's not used to having somebody this close at this point, even like 5 to 10 laps in. So let's see how many laps we got left when Killam crosses the line here.
I think one thing Killam's doing that Hurd is not. Killam enters the corner higher, and I think what that does, he doesn't have to wait as long off throttle to get it to turn down.
Right.
So I think that's why he's gaining time. Hurd should probably enter a half lane off the bottom, maybe a lane, so he doesn't have to rotate the car as much. A lot easier said than done, obviously.
Absolutely. Believe they're at 30 to go now. But we got a pretty good battle for the lead. Well, not for the lead, but he's at least keeping up. As we look back from You Already Heard, they're pretty spaced out. We'll scroll through the field. Draven in third. Gator Mike in fourth, followed by Ronnie Mack and Lieutenant Crunch. Keep
Looks
scrolling
like that's the best
through.
car on the track for fourth.
Yeah, there's a handful of guys you can throw a blanket over back here. Sharp, Lights Out, Lewis, and Kelvin, followed by Jagboy, and then Swamp Fox trailing them by about a quarter of a straightaway or so. Looks like Jagboy's just trying to stay out of the way with that lag right now, which I can't blame him. I mean, the worst part about that is that it's completely out of your control, much like lagging out of a race, as K-Bart knows tonight, and we all have at some point, so it's a tough feeling. All right, we'll scroll back up to... Ooh, Gator and Ronnie side by side for fourth place.
Love to see that. Oh, here we go. Crunch has a good view of this.
He does. Looks like Crunch is trying to follow Ronnie under Gator for what is going to be fifth place, heading into turns 3 and 4. Apologies for the camera angles, but the cinematic camera is trash here. So
I am shocked that Ronnie's doing this well. I didn't even know what he did last season here, but still, I'm shocked that he's doing this well. He definitely put in some practice for this.
Oh, there's K-Bart's beautiful blue machine there. Just hanging out. As we look back from Killam, who has about a half a straightaway lead on You Already Heard and Draven. Yeah, I think Ronnie's goal last season was to, once a certain point hit, his goal was to run as few laps as possible. So he would come out of pit road, and I think he would speed onto pit road, so he would have that additional 15 seconds. So he'd be spending 30 seconds or so on pit road. So there's at least 2 laps.
Hilarious.
And then plus the time you're driving down pit roads, there's about 3 laps, and then back up to speed. Yeah, so it was, he pitted at least like 20 times or so. It was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Game in the system better than I've ever seen to avoid running laps at a track.
Yeah, he's had a rough start to the season, but he ended the season last year pretty well. That is one of the reasons we at Pure picked him up. So we know he's capable of some good runs. Just has a lot of bad luck this year. So looking to turn that bad luck around.
Absolutely. I mean, the season's still young, long ways to go. But if he has a good run here tonight and picks up a stage point or two and a good finish, that could really give him a little momentum for the next few tracks. As we are coming to... let's see. Killam's about to cross the line on his stream, and then I can tell you. They're coming to 21 to go.
Ooh, Swamp?
Swamp.
He's backwards. I think he was ghosted, though.
Yeah.
And now he's flying.
Oh, fun.
I didn't know Ricky Bobby was on the track.
Yes, sir. I was about to point out that Draven has caught You Already Heard, but it looks like Heard is trying to pull away a little bit now.
They've been about that far for a little bit. I mean, I think You Already Heard has put a little bit of distance on him, but they've been about that distance for the last handful of laps or so.
Draven got to his bumper a few laps ago. guess he might have overshot a corner or something. Just heard pulled it out.
That's the one thing here that I know I have the biggest difficulty with is just letting the car roll and turn itself, and because you instinctually want to get back to the gas because you feel like you're accelerating at that point. As Draven pulls up to the back bumper of, you already heard, who blocks the low line headed into turns 3 and 4. Little bump from Draven there. You already heard, maybe got a little bit of the wall on our screen. Draven looking below, you already heard. Ronnie Mack loving this. Up to 4th, trying to get another stage point or two, my goodness. But that's one of the things that some of these short tracks, like, it's almost counterintuitive because you want to get back to the gas because you feel like you're going faster, but to actually run a faster lap, you have to stay off the gas. And that's one thing that I constantly have to remind myself at some of these tracks.
I think the hardest part for me, specifically this track, is to when to let off the brake and let it roll.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like that's where the most inconsistency in drivers at this track specifically comes in. Because you do have to brake a lot to slow down for these corners. They're very sharp. But that point where you let off and let it roll and then pick it back up on the gas, it's very important. It looks like Killam has mastered that at this point. He knows exactly where to brake, where to let off the brake to get the car to turn well. So yeah, a lot of practice to get that down. This is probably one of the hardest tracks to race at on this game.
It's, like you said, it's a consistency thing. And
yeah.
Right, and the last 2 seasons, Killam's been the Martinsville machine where he just knows when to let off, when to brake, when to let it roll, like everything. It's really something to watch, just because out of the 750 laps that we've had, he's probably led over 500 of them, if I had to guess, because he is just so consistent with each lap, like each corner and each lap. So it's something to watch, as Ronnie Mack has made his way up to 3rd. He passed You Already Heard, who's now in 4th.
I was not expecting this from Ronnie. Great run so far.
Honestly, I was not expecting it after last season's performance either.
Nobody was expecting this.
As we got You Already Heard. Ronnie must have
put. You guys he was fast.
Ronnie, we never said he wasn't fast. It was just we were going off of last season.
He's fast.
But we got you, Lieutenant Crunch, here in 5th, battling for that last playoff position. Not playoff. My goodness.
Gosh,
stage point.
Darn it.
Apparently, we're in the playoffs now. Just so you guys know.
Heck yeah. Well, there goes my chances.
Yeah, you'll still be in it, K-Bar. Trying to see
the playoffs.
That's true. They're coming to 10 to go now. Well, might see a pretty good battle here for the last stage. Stage point, got it right that time. Lieutenant Crunch 5th, Kelvin 6th, and Gator Mike in 7th right now. All looking to secure that last stage point. My goodness, can't speak. As we've said previously on many other broadcasts, every single point in the North American E-Racing League, very important. As Kelvin gets by Crunch.
I just want to point out Joe is very loose off right now.
Maybe he tried an adjustment for a little bit shorter run, and it's not paying off. Lights out, trying to stay out of the way here. Or is that Sharp? I think that's Sharp.
I believe that was Sharp. It looks like he had front end damage. I'm not sure if that was from earlier or not. He might have been just letting him go fast.
He might.
Yeah,
well,
he's a lap down right now. He's just trying to stay out of the way.
Which is always respectable here, and it's always what you want to try to do if you're not having a great race. You just want to try and stay out of the way.
Yeah. Best thing is to just leg out. So.
We don't want people quitting because you never know what's going to happen. But if you lag out, you lag out.
Leg out, not quit.
Whatever. It's out of your control, Kyle. It's not like you were like, I'm going to lag out, button push.
You know what? I had a feeling I was going to lag out tonight. I got online, I'm like, wow, I just have a feeling I'm going to lag out.
6 to go here in the second stage.
Your track record with lag outs has not been the best this season, so...
Interesting development, though, that I'm seeing here. I have Killam stream up for, like, lap count and stuff.
I have 2.
Draven has hacked off an entire second throughout this run.
Oh, sure enough. Look at that.
So maybe that's something that we want to look for in the final stage. Like, maybe Draven has a better long-run car, or maybe Killam's just kind of holding back a little bit to just maintain the lead and get those stage points. and the extra playoff point that comes with winning a stage. As they come to 4 to go here, we'll scroll up to Killam.
I think Killam's just taking it easy at this point.
I mean, at this point, he's got a couple lap cars ahead of him, so
yeah, no reason to push it.
There's no reason to push it and catch him as quickly as you need to, or as quickly as possible. You need to catch him as quickly as you need to, just to get by him, and especially if they're battling side by side like Lights and Swamp are at the moment.
Yeah.
Looks like
I think Lights got pretty loose off of 2 a few laps ago. I didn't think he was in danger of going a lap down yet, but Swamp and Lights pull out of the way.
That they do. Always respectable here. As they're coming to 2 to go. Looking back from Killam, we see Lights and Swamp still side by side. They're looking to get out of the way of Draven, the second place driver here. And it looks like they'll run it.
That is for the lucky dog, though. The free pass.
Ooh! Lights got a little loose coming out of the corner. I think Draven got in the back of him a little bit there. But 1 to go here. Coming to 1 to go here in the stage. Barring something very weird happening.
Catastrophic.
Believe your stage winner will be Killam, followed by Draven. And Ronnie Mack looking to snag 3rd. Kelvin and You Already Heard are battling a little bit, so we'll scroll back to them and see what's happening.
Looks like Swamp got the free pass.
Looks like that'll round out your top 5. It's going to be Killam, Draven, Ronnie Mack, Kelvin, and You Already Heard. Top 5 in stage 2. Pretty. Aside from those couple incidents off the restarts, I mean, that was a pretty clean stage overall.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's been a lot better than the past few races, I would say.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So stage 3, I believe, is going to be 118 laps or so.
Sounds about right.
But a fuel run is 72 laps according to the estimated fuel that they have. I guess there's different ways you can approach it. Do you run it all the way down and then take 4, or do you just cut it directly in half, assuming it stays green, of course?
That's the thing, assuming if it stays green. I mean, anywhere on the track it can go yellow. The track is so small. If you get stuck if you pit, you're going to go 2 laps down. You're going to be hoping that it stays green and it cycles out. I mean, if you're really having bad tire wear issues, yeah, maybe split it, but hopefully everybody else comes with you. So.
Ooh, Killam hit the curb getting into 1 on my screen.
He did.
Got up into Ronnie.
Second.
Ronnie's starting second.
Really
Though. Maybe Ronnie's got something for Killam here in the beginning.
Maybe
of the
Ronnie's
stage.
gonna win it.
That would be awesome.
That would be the ultimate upset.
Comeback story.
Not upset. The ultimate underdog story, just because of what happened last season.
Yeah.
Same thing. Upset, underdog, tomato.
Yeah.
Corn cob.
Hey.
Corn cob. We got Killam back to the lead. Ronnie in second. You already heard in 3rd. Draven looking under Kelvin for 4th place.
Ooh, is Kevin lagging?
He had a little bit of lag there going into turns 1 and 2 on my screen. Looks like we got the masked one in Gator 6th. Trying to socially distance himself from the people behind him. Lewis ran up the track there. May have gotten a bump, not sure. Top 3 though. Ronnie hit the curb there. You already heard looking under him, trying to chase down Captain Killam.
So going back to strategy, if I'm Killam, or maybe the top 3 or 4, I would run it out as long as you can. Just maybe waiting for a caution. If I'm towards the back, I might split it in half. But I think a good strategy might be just run until you start getting loose off the corner, and it starts getting real bad so you can't control it. I'm assuming by the time that happens, you'll probably be in the fuel run window.
Absolutely.
So if you're getting loose off the corner, you're going to be losing a lot more time to everybody that's not. I'm assuming other people aren't getting loose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just pit when your tires are feeling bad. Likelihood of the caution is small, I would say.
With how many people we have, with how many people we have on the track, I would agree with that.
And it's probably going to get spread out here in the next 15 laps, 20 laps or so. So yeah, I mean, just what your car's feeling like, what position you're in. I always say if you're in the back, you're not going to win doing the same thing the leader is. So try something different.
That is 100% correct. I think the guys in the back, if the leaders stay out past like the halfway point in the stage, you might as well just come in and go for it. And just roll the dice a little bit. I mean, odds from what we've seen, there's a top 5 or 6 in speed here so far, and I think if you're outside of that, you got to try something.
Yeah, and it is hard to pass here. I mean, you can always move somebody out of the way, but I mean, the only way to get past somebody is to get the run off the corner.
Right.
And if you just park it on the bottom of the corner, there's not much they can do. So if you do leapfrog them on the pit stop, I mean, you always have the chance to just hold them off to the end of the race.
Right, and if you can get in cleanly, that might make up a tenth or two. Like, if you can get in better than somebody, that might make up a tenth or two. Because getting off, you're pretty much just accelerating out of the corner as you would anyway. Maybe a little slower, but everybody's got the same acceleration out of there for the most part. So,
yeah, sure.
As we look from behind Draven here, as he's trying to chase down, you already heard, Captain Killam already has a half straightaway lead in the third stage.
Yeah, I really think he was just taking it easy in that last stage.
Ronnie Mack and
he's actually showing what he has now.
Oh, absolutely. I think at this point, if I were in Killam's position, build up that lead as much as you can. Just you don't want to overdrive because you do have such a. Oh, Ronnie driving it in there. But back to Killam, like, you don't want to run it too hard and make a mistake, but you want to build up that lead as much as possible, especially if this thing stays green, because then you can pit whenever you want, essentially, and control the race.
And also, you're less likely to make a mistake, especially getting on the pit road when you have such a big lead.
Right.
You take it easier. I mean, it just takes a lot of pressure off of you, especially after the pit stop when you have a big lead. No reason to push it or anything. So
I'm a big proponent of come in conservatively, don't speed. Even if you lose a tenth, it's not worth possibly losing 15. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that is my motto as well. I did that quite a bit last season where I just sped on the pit road just by a bit, and it just cost me like a top 5.
Oh, yeah.
So,
we've all done it at one point. Or had some help doing so. Never a fun time.
That's even worse. Golly.
As we ride on board with Crunch here as he looks ahead to the top, second through fifth, and he's in sixth right now. Got Draven in second, Ronnie Mack in third. You already heard in fourth. Gator Mike into the wall. Crunch into the wall. You already heard in the wall. My goodness. Follow the leader here.
Into the wall.
Into the wall, yeah. That looks like me out there. Come on now, that's my job. I'm the wall king. But, I mean, it looks like these guys are all...
Only if it's turn 4. Only if it's turn 4.
Yeah, that's where they hit it, K-Bar. Come on now. I hit the turn 2 wall, too. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, especially at Vegas. I can't wait to go there.
Stop it. I did well at Vegas in the trucks last season. Leave me alone.
New season, new you, huh?
Absolutely. As we look back from Killam, who has a whole straightaway lead. So we're not going to look at him right now.
Yep, boring.
Draven and Ronnie
4.3 second lead.
Pulling away from You Already Heard.
He is.
Followed by the masked one, Gator. Social distancing, sponsored by Red Baron Classic Crust.
Ronnie's going to make a little battle for second here against Draven.
Yeah.
He is. Ronnie is just, honestly,
Joe is so loose right
blowing me away.
Yeah.
I wonder if You Already Heard aimed for maybe some more short run speed and loosened it up too much.
Yeah. Might have been expecting some cautions.
That could have been part of it as well. Gator looking under You Already Heard fourth. Followed by Crunch,
I believe.
Yep. And Kelvin.
I was watching Heard the last few laps, and it looked like he was overdriving the corner.
Gator got a little loose off there. Joe in the wall.
Crunch.
Joe's just going to let everyone go. Joe just knows his car's way too loose.
Yeah, he's going to need to take a big swing at an adjustment whenever he does pit, whether it be caution or green flag, I think. As we got 2 RKR boys up in the top 5 here. Top 6. Killam wasn't in the screen because he's 8 seconds ahead or whatever. But it looks like it's
4.9.
looks like it's going to be a good points day for TJR, which I think we expected that going into Martinsville because like we talked about, Killam always a good here. Draven
Ronnie
very
Mack
consistent.
For second.
Oh, he is looking under Draven for second place. Looks like he's going to get it here.
Draven, yeah, I don't want to say Draven let him go, but it looks like he didn't put up too much of a fight there.
Ooh, Draven, little bump in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Good battle for second place here, but always like we got to remember this.
I would be doing this though.
Right, I was going to say we got to remember that
Yeah.
Killam is pretty far ahead, especially in terms of Martinsville time, because it is such a short track. I don't think I'd be battling side by side for too long, but we know Draven doesn't like to be behind anybody a lot of the time, so he always wants to be as high as he can get.
I wasn't much thinking that because Killam is so good here. I was thinking more of we don't want anybody behind you catching up.
That as well, because they do like you're saying they do have pretty sizable lead on fourth place Gator here.
Yeah, they got about 2.5 seconds on him. So yeah, I mean you don't want to let them catch up.
Gator got really loose coming out of
he did.
Crunch got past them.
He did. You already heard looking to maybe make another pass here. Maybe he corralled his car and maybe he had to mentally cool down with how he was driving the track or something like that. It looked like he was driving it pretty hard when he was getting loose. So.
I mean that's another thing too. You know, just it's not how your car is; it's how you're driving it too. You know, like how you guys are saying. You know, let the car roll. If you have a couple bad laps, you're gonna have a couple bad laps out of the 250 laps we have here. I mean, you just want. You just like you say, you just need to cool down a little bit, just relax, restart your head game, and just hit your marks. So.
Oh, absolutely, and especially here, if you make one mistake coming out of the corner, like if you hit the wall, get loose, like if you hit the outside wall or get loose and then come down to the inside wall, that could cost you a few tenths of a second. Which, like we said, this is such a short track that. If you do that a couple times in a row, you're going to just lose it's going to seem like a massive amount of time because you're not going super fast here, top speed-wise. So as Crunch is pulling away from fifth place Gator, and you already heard, her drives it in pretty hard there. Looks like Kevin with possibly a little bit of lag. I think you already heard is going to get by Gator here, headed into 3 and 4. Hugging that bottom line. A little bump from Gator.
Ronnie has also got fast straight.
He has. I just saw that looking forward from, you already heard it. That's a great battle on the track right now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile.
I expect them to be pretty close to each other as the race.
Absolutely. Meanwhile. Ooh, Sharp hard into the wall. He might have found that glitch up there. Let's see. Killam is now entering 3 and 4. I didn't even see Ronnie coming out of 1 and 2.
Yeah, they went through.
My goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is not one of Sharp's favorite tracks.
I would agree with that. He's a big road course guy. Like we know how much Sharp loves the road courses, and we've seen what he does at Watkins Glen in the Cup cars.
He can't wait for September 14th. I'll just tell you that.
So. He's hungry for a victory there, I'm sure.
He's also pretty excited for Road America, which is actually in the next few races, I believe.
That's what I was talking about.
That would be next week.
Oh, yeah.
The following week, we have no race Sunday and Monday, thanks to Labor Day.
That's why I said next week, K-Bart. Gosh.
It's the following week. The 14th would be the following Monday.
Wait.
Haha.
Stop it. Stop.
My brain hurts then.
Hold on. Hold on. Cup schedule.
I'm staring at the schedule.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to be a 5-year-old. Leave me alone. Anyway, as we ride along with you already heard. Oh, we got Homes? Wait, what? Oh, we got Homestead. Yeah, I don't get to do Road America. Love to see it. I don't know anything about that track. As Sharp comes out of the pits.
Something about turning left and right.
Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
All I know is that those laps there are like 2 minutes long, and I don't know where anybody is on the track.
25 laps, the races.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Wow. Y'all didn't want to do a full 50 laps?
I don't know. Well, you know what? I was thinking about it, and I'm staring at this, and I'm gonna have to talk to the boys and see if they want to bump it.
Might
up,
have a modification to the schedule here. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it.
It can happen if it happens. So.
Ooh, I get Talladega too. Yes. Oh, Canadian Tire. I know that. Ronnie Mack, loose coming out of 2 there. Draven looking to the outside.
I was just looking forward from Ronnie's car, and I could not see Killam.
No, Killam is
gone.
Killam legitimately has half a lap on these guys.
Yeah,
Draven,
no joke.
Draven just passing Ronnie again for second.
He did.
So
This is
keeps going back and forth.
This is probably the best battle on the track in terms of speed and passing. I mean, there's other ones, but this is for the highest position. Swamp into the wall, coming out of 2 there. Lights out, looking under him. Lewis still hating this track every second of it, I'm sure. Into the wall. There's K-Bart's vehicle, chilling on pit road.
Hey, there I am.
He's having an ice cream in the infield right now.
Along the big one.
That's what she said. As Killam comes out of turn 2, passing the lap car Swamp.
Fired.
I mean, you might as well have thrown an underhand pitch to him there.
Come on now. You can't
so going back to Ronnie and Draven, I would just, if I'm Ronnie, I'm just staying behind Draven because Crunch has pulled away from, I think that's Gator behind him or somebody else.
That's Crunch behind him.
No, Hurd is behind Crunch. So Crunch has pulled away from Hurd and Kelvin.
He has, yeah.
So if I was Ronnie, I'm staying behind Draven. Don't make it any easier for Crunch to catch you.
Right.
For sure. So.
I was just about to say, Crunch is hoping these guys continue to battle because it looks like he's made up a little bit of ground.
I'd say he's made up at least a second, probably.
But he's still got a little ways to go. But if these guys do keep bumping and banging and passing each other, looks like Ronnie had a rough turn 4 there. Draven's going to pull away a little bit. But that's back to that mistake. Go ahead.
Especially since you have a pit stop left.
Right.
I mean, there's no really sense of fighting anything now.
But that's going back to what we were saying earlier about you don't want to hit the apron, you don't want to get loose, not even the apron, you don't want to hit the curb or get loose in the corner because you do lose. We just saw how much time you lose to that car in front of you, which it went from you're a car length or 2 away to now you're a quarter of a straightaway away, which I guess would be 5 or 6. So you just lose so much time with that one little bobble.
And it's so much harder to make up. I mean, you have to put in good laps to catch up to somebody in front of you, and then you can put in 15 good laps and catch up, and then one mistake and you lose all that work you just did. That might be the most infuriating thing.
Absolutely.
Ever. Yeah.
Yes, K-Bart.
Is Kelvin in pit road for you guys?
Yes. We'll see if this is.
Is it 704 or is he gone?
He's.
Let's give it some time here.
Well, can you see on someone's stream? That's what I'm asking.
So, Killam has him, Draven, Ronnie, Crunch, and Hurd.
See if he's we'll follow Killam and then see if he's on pit road.
Okay.
Like riding with Killam.
Yeah, I see 2 dots on pit road. Your car.
The Cup commissioner and the Cup assistant leg out.
Yeah, it does look like a lot. Ah, man, that sucks. He was doing really good too. You hate to see it.
I just asked him if he lagged out. Anyway, back to the battle of Ronnie and Draven.
Maybe we can get him in the booth too.
Yeah, we don't need that many people. Stop it.
Yeah.
Lewis in 7th, though. I mean, there's 13 people, but he's still in the race at least.
Hey, I mean, honestly, if you would ask him if he finished 7th tonight before starting the race, I guarantee you would say, "I'll take that."
He absolutely would, yeah. Ronnie's actually caught back up to Draven a little bit.
That's what it was looking like.
So that's what we're saying. That's what you were saying is you got to run those perfect laps. Like I didn't necessarily see it because we were trying to see if Kelvin lagged out, but maybe Draven made that same mistake that Ronnie did. Kelvin's still on pit road. But maybe Draven made that same mistake that Ronnie did and gave that back to him while Ronnie has been running consistently good laps.
Yeah. It also looked like Crunch has dropped about a half a second on him. He might have made a mistake too.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, with a lot of these tracks, on worn tires, it gets pretty tough to handle because you just kind of start slipping and sliding everywhere, and especially here, you have to be really careful. Oh, yep, I can confirm Kelvin did lag out. I will not repeat what he put in the cup chat, but
why not? You should repeat it.
There's plenty of profanities in there. Can't be having that. But with this track, to put the power down, once you get those worn tires, you have to be super gentle on the gas so you don't just hang a hard left into that inside wall. As Ronnie is back up to Draven's bumper here. Wow. This is a great battle for a second. Ronnie is determined tonight to prove that he is better than pitting 20 sometimes in one race.
I mean, it's going to be hard to be worse than that, if I'm honest.
I mean, he could have stayed out and been more laps down, I guess, but...
Yeah, that's true.
At least he threw in the towel but stayed in the race.
Yeah.
How many laps do we have? Killam's got about 21 laps of fuel left. He's really throwing it in there. He's about to lap, you already heard, who is in 5th place. This is just unreal.
I was just about to say he is lapped up to 6th. I mean, there's only 13 people in the race. I guess 11 now, but still, that's very impressive.
He still has... he's got at least half a lap on his teammate Draven at this point.
Yeah,
Let's
he's
see.
on his tires right now. I don't know how big a lead he's got.
59 to go.
Ooh, we got someone pitting down there.
Ronnie coming to pit road, doing something different.
Big boy, love to see it. I would have done the same thing. He's getting held up by Draven there. So I would expect Draven to answer probably next lap. We'll see if he pits. We'll circle around him.
I mean, if
Lights
you're
is also on pit road.
If you're Draven and you see how well your teammate's doing, who's lapped damn near everybody, as you already heard, is coming to pit road. Why? I mean, Draven might want to try something different, but maybe they're on the same strategy and they kind of know what works. I mean, yeah, we got a lot of guys. I think we're gonna have a lot of takers here in a second.
I just.
How many we got to go?
57-ish?
They're coming to 56 to go.
Yeah. Yeah, but I always come in with a strategy, but I'm never afraid to change it. Especially
Absolutely.
if I'm racing somebody. I feel like he's going to be on new tires. I mean, new tires aren't that big here, but I mean, you're still going to be going probably, I mean, at least a few tenths faster a lap. So.
Right. But
maybe he's playing it for, like, he's going to have fresher tires at the end coming through. I always like that. I like to be aggressive at the end of the races. So, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. It's hard to tell right now.
Right. Gator in the wall. I don't think we're going to see a caution because these guys are so spread out. Also, glad to see Host joins us, and he says, love to tune in right on time to see Ronnie pit. Absolutely. Ronnie, Sharp catches that glitch, I think. Ronnie pit in 3rd place, Host, so it was a determined pit stop.
Yeah, that is probably not what Host was expecting to see or to hear.
Absolutely. As we look back from Killam, trying to find who's behind him. Draven is still in 2nd. Nobody really behind him at the moment.
See, I'm disappointed. I could have beat Sharp tonight.
Could have got that extra point.
I could have.
Sharp's ahead of Swamp too, so you could probably beat both.
Every point matters. I mean,
I know.
That's what we always say here in the North American E-Racing League. But every point matters. As we look forward from Crunch's car, not much happening.
Points matter. Points matter so much.
The cut battle is so close right now. I mean, I'm on the cut line, so every point matters.
We'll follow Ronnie around, I guess.
Points are so important to us that we made the poll worth points. So
we
you
did.
love to see that. I love that because it puts emphasis on qualifying too. Which
All right, we're Draven. I'll let you guys know when he pits.
I believe we have Avenged in the stream as well. He's commentating as us. This commentating crew. Thank you, Avenged. And for all of the races that you commentated as well. Love to see it. Sharp, in the wall, headed in turn 1. Followed by Draven. Jag Boy. Yeah, everybody's so spread out right now. We got Lights and Crunch next to each other, but I believe Lights is still a lapped car. Crunch just looking to get by him. Lights let him go fairly easily. Who else we got? There's Lewis.
yeah, I don't know who's pitted or not. So
Nobody really around him.
I can't really tell you where people are.
Who's coming to pit road?
Gator
to
pitted.
pit road.
I thought he already pitted, but I guess not.
Kind of running out of stuff to look at right now. My goodness. Everybody's so spread out. Not a lot of people pitting yet, aside from Gator at the moment. The masked up Gator trying to socially distance himself from everybody
Also,
on pit road.
That's
Also,
why he went by himself.
That is exactly why he wanted to be 6 feet away from everybody.
Also, we don't really know if there is a battle. We don't really know if it's for position or not. So
Gotta love the live ticker. Shout out 704.
I have a mental ticker. Not really.
I bet. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've seen Lights Out be a couple laps down already, so that's why I assume that. I'm going to look back on Killam stream. He still hasn't lapped You Already Heard yet. Unless
Gator sped on the pit road. Yeah,
oh, did he? Oh, no.
Yeah. 31-second pit stop.
I think You Already Heard has fresh tires. I'm pretty sure he came into pit because he's driving away from Killam on right now.
Yeah.
Gator coming out of pit road as well. After his speeding penalty, which... Oh, Killam to pit road. Our leader finally coming to take tires.
Maybe he's seen a difference between Joe and his tires.
I wonder if Draven will come in.
Draven is still staying out.
Draven's still out.
Is there a possibility to just take rights?
That's what I've been kind of thinking. I mean, they're on a wheel. They're on a wheel. Oh no, here comes Draven.
Okay, I was about to say, I think you could do it with the fuel only taking like a 1 can of fuel. You could definitely make it to the end. I'm not sure how your lefts would fare though.
But so that I guess Draven's on pit road, but I don't think anybody could, like, the amount of time that Killam put on everybody.
Yeah,
you're not going to gain that back by taking rights.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to go for the win. But I mean, if you're eighth or something, you might be able to get a top 5 out of it.
Oh, for sure.
That would be the play. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I was kind of hoping Gator would kind of tell us where everybody was, but since he sped, he's back in 10th, so that doesn't really help it.
He's doing his own thing. Even after pitting, Killam is in... Oh, we got Crunch in the lead right now.
Yeah, Draven in second.
Yes.
Ronnie is only 5 seconds
Ronnie
behind
pulled
Killam,
a lot distance from Draven.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Draven's on pit road still, but...
No, Draven's just coming out. He's going into 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And Ronnie's coming to the start-finish line right now.
My goodness.
Yeah, Ronnie has about 3.5 seconds on Draven. So, I mean, those tires did make a big difference like I expected.
I want to interview Ronnie. Need to interview Ronnie. Got to get Ronnie in here.
Actually, 4 seconds. 4.5 seconds after the pit stop. That is huge. Crunch is pitting.
He is.
So this should relinquish the lead back to Killam.
Absolutely. Followed by Ronnie, and then
Draven.
Ronnie's 5+ almost 5 second lead on Draven.
Yeah. So Draven has fresher tires. Killam has fresher tires than Ronnie.
Is Sharp?
So I expect him to pull away.
Sharp down pit road. Wonder if he's pulling the Ronnie strategy from last season.
He better get going.
Yeah.
I only think he's about 10 down.
That's not okay. If you're gonna do the Ronnie strategy, you gotta do it all the way. Pit every lap.
You gotta start early. You gotta start
yes,
right away.
That's correct. Come on, Sharp. Can't be letting your teammate down like that. As we look from Draven's car.
Let's see. It looks like Crunch came out in 5th, but I believe Killam has lapped him.
He has, yes.
So Killam is up to lapping the 5th place car.
He's got...
And he's only about 4 seconds off of 4th.
That is correct.
Jeez.
I wonder if Killam's goal at this point is to just lap the field. Like, I know he doesn't have to drive it that hard at this point, but that would be something that you could just hang your hat on and be like, all right, I lapped the whole field at this track. I know I'm good here, so... He looks like he's still driving in. It looks like he's still driving in pretty hard, but still looking at Ronnie in 2nd place. Love to see it.
He's gonna have to hustle if he wants to catch Ronnie, for sure. Looks like Draven is pulling that gap back in on Ronnie. Like he does have fresher tires, so that's to be expected. Flat cars may play a factor here.
I think as long as Ronnie keeps it clean and doesn't make any mistakes, I think he should be able to hold him off for at least most of the rest of the race, and then maybe strategically block to keep Draven behind him. But great run for Ronnie. We've seen him show some speed at Atlanta and Texas and whatnot, and glad to see him up front here.
But not making this mistake is a lot easier to say than it actually is to do.
Oh, especially at Martinsville.
Especially at Martinsville. It's very easy to do.
All right, K-Bart, who's your pick to finish 2nd right now?
Finish 2nd? Man, I would love to see Ronnie finish 2nd, but Draven's coming.
Draven is coming.
Draven's coming. He is not afraid to use a bumper. Or 5 bumpers.
That's fair. I think Ronnie's the feel-good story of this race so far.
Yes, sir.
And I'm sure Alan loves it even more because of the fact that that's his teammate right there. You always love to see your teammates do well.
You could never have said anything more accurate. I can tell you right now.
Oh, of course. You never don't like seeing your teammates do well. Come on now.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the reason we picked him up. I started commentating last year. I started watching the races the end of last year. I don't remember seeing Ronnie much, but towards the end of the year, he started to pick it up. He was getting top 5s, top 8s pretty consistently. So,
you guys say Joe's in 4th?
That is correct. And he's about to get lapped by Killam.
Yeah, he's about to get lapped. Killam he's not allowed to run any Martinsville races in any future season. How about that?
He is going to have to start at least 2 laps down.
Can we actually do that? Because that'd be great.
No.
At least make him start last.
It should just make everybody... It should give everybody the incentive to do better. Come on now. As Ronnie gets past Lewis, the lap car here. Draven hunting him down. We'll see if we can do that. We're just... Cinematic camera's not as bad as it was on Heat 4, so we're just watching Ronnie tick off some laps here. Ronnie a little loose out of 2. Just a little bit.
Killam does get around Joe there. So.
Yeah. Lewis is actually in 6th, so he will definitely be happy with this finish.
He's
the way it is.
I guarantee you he is still hating every second he's on the track.
Yeah. But like I said earlier, if you told him before the race you're going to finish 6th, he would take that.
Oh, absolutely. Great. I mean, it's still pretty good points. I mean, no stage. I don't think he didn't get any stage points, but
I don't think so.
But still, you're not really losing too much ground to the people behind. Well, in front of you or behind you. But Light's getting out of the way for his pure teammate there. Now Ronnie has 2 lap cars in between him and Draven, as this is probably going to be the battle to watch here for the remainder of the race.
How many to go?
I'm looking at Killam's stream now.
7-ish.
They are coming to 25 to go. Oh, Ronnie, on the curb there a little bit. Can't be doing that when you're getting chased. Lights out, pulls over for Draven there.
Yeah, those cars are like, yep, have it. And they know what's going on right now. So.
But like I was talking about earlier, you see the people on front are the people that have made the least amount of mistakes.
Absolutely.
I know Gator was probably 5th when he pitted. He sped and he fell down to 7th.
The ultimate mistake, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the big mistake. The only thing worse than that's probably hitting the curb and looping it.
That's
Still,
pretty
you
bad.
might not even lose as much time as speeding.
I mean,
you go so slow.
You could think about it this way: is if you loop it and you collect somebody, you may not lose any time. Granted, you don't want to intentionally collect somebody, but if somebody's behind you and you loop it, you might get a caution and kind of like not lose too much.
Yeah.
If you want to think about it in that regard, but
Hey, you're not like me. I'm gonna be 230 laps now. So.
you're just having just an unreal race, K-Bar. I'd love to see it.
I'd like to point your attention to Ronnie's car because Draven is there.
Oh, I got Ronnie. I've had Ronnie on the screen. Draven is there, and we'll see.
Well, and Ronnie hits the apron. He's gonna have nothing for Draven here.
I don't think so.
I think.
Unfortunately.
Well, Draven could make a mistake. You never know.
No.
Granted, Ronnie's just going to
like,
let him go by.
Yep.
Oh, Ronnie putting up a fight, though, still on Draven's bumper here.
Yeah.
Not
this
gonna.
is for second. Come on, give him.
Come on, Ronnie. Come on, Ronnie. Put up a little fight.
Don't let him have it. Yeah, but like we were pointing out earlier, Draven pitted, what, I'd say at least 20 laps after.
Yeah,
Ronnie.
it was at least 10. It was
it's-
probably at least 10, so.
Yeah, it was a significant enough amount to where his tires are going to be much better right now than Ronnie's.
Once again, Ronnie, the feel-good story of the night. Love to see it.
Yeah, I don't think if they're on equal tires, Ronnie would definitely have a shot. But I don't think these tires are good enough to put up a fight, much of a fight here.
Ronnie might have to be the third interview tonight.
Oh,
Oh, you guys gonna bring in a third interview tonight?
just because of what happened last season.
I gotta ask him about
Yeah.
it. Have to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
How the heck did you run this?
Ronnie, who
What
stole your
happened
account?
between-
Who stole your account? We gotta make sure it's you.
Actually, hold on. I'm looking at Killam's stream. He's got 19 laps of fuel left. Trying to see how many laps they have remaining. 17. Okay, they should be good on fuel.
Yeah, I think he probably only took enough fuel as he needed.
Crunch is in fourth, also a lap down. So the only three cars on the lead lap are Killam, Draven, and Ronnie.
Love to see it.
That's pretty nuts.
Now, if we ride with Ronnie and look behind, do we see Killam yet?
No, Killam is going into 3 currently, and they're in the middle.
No, they got about a third of a lap on Killam, which, if Killam gets real aggressive, he might be able to hunt him down.
Yeah, I think I could see Killam if you're riding right behind.
I'm looking at Ronnie, and I have
Is that
Ronnie.
him come right
I
out
think
of that
he's
corner?
yes, I think it is.
I think that's Killam.
Can Killam lap the field?
Oh my gosh.
I think if he does, you just can't let him run Martinsville
No,
ever again.
yeah, I'll ban him from Martinsville.
You get your
I don't think
15
that's
points and
Killam.
move on.
Because Killam is only about a half a lap ahead. So yeah, Killam's really gonna need to put on the gas if he wants to catch him. But I mean, there's really no need to. But
He should.
it'd be cool.
He's probably just riding right now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think
mistakes.
that might be Gator that we were seeing.
Yeah.
Kill him way up the track.
Yeah, because Draven's only about 8-9 seconds behind him. 16-second lap. So yeah, I mean,
I don't think they'll get him. Yeah, he's got about half a lap.
Yeah.
I guess isn't it like 19 or 20 second laps? They're coming to 10 to go.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
20
by the
second
way.
lap,
19 and a half to 20 seconds.
Yeah,
10 to go.
I was thinking
At the line
Bristol,
here.
so my bad.
10 to go at the line here for Killam. He's absolutely been the most dominant car. We haven't had too much to talk about once these guys spaced out, so hopefully we've made this entertaining for all you guys
We're here about
watching.
3 more minutes. The race is gonna be over.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
see
tried
if
our best to
Killam's
make it
gonna be able
entertaining. Hopefully, it's at least watchable.
Right?
Jagboy in the wall there. Just gonna stay out of the way, let Draven go by.
We're just gonna... Oh, thought I was on Killam. We'll just ride with our leader here and count down the laps. Unless Now it looks like Ronnie's pulled away. Or I'm sorry, Draven's pulled away from Ronnie.
Yeah, he's got about a second on
Gator
hard in the wall.
slaps that wall.
He is not doing that good a job of social distancing from the wall tonight. That is
Ouch.
Oof.
Ooh.
I will clip that and.
Look at all that beautiful. Look at all that beautiful hair
Yeah,
that's on his car, though.
I mean, that is nice.
What kind of product do you think he puts in there? Little mousse, shampoo? Oh, not shampoo, conditioner.
It's definitely got to be at
Hairspray?
least something.
It's probably Head and Shoulders.
Little
It's come
pomade,
on.
little pomade in there. As he's right behind our leader, Killam, who is coming to, I don't know how many to go, I lost count. 5 or 6. I'll catch it the next time, bye.
Yeah, we definitely ran out of stuff to talk about.
Yep.
It's like my main right now is
I mean, what would
unreal.
you guys have done if I didn't leg out tonight? I mean,
They're coming to 5 to go.
I mean, I feel like
The
we
same
bounced
thing.
pretty well off each other. We could
the
have.
same thing, but just
made it
between you
happen.
two. I mean,
Yeah.
it would have been way more dull.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, that's just rude. Please leave.
Alright, see ya.
No, we're glad to have you in the booth.
No. I want to give you guys two a shout out, actually. Thanks for, covering Thursdays and, commentating. So it takes a lot of time just to commentate, not on your race nights. So thanks for doing that, guys.
It's fun to watch these races and see what we can talk about.
Yep.
But absolutely.
It hasn't been the most entertaining one, but
No.
Kill him
Still happy
coming
to commentate.
to 3 to go here. Sharp in the wall again. Do you think
Gosh,
he's apologized to it yet?
I can't help but laugh, man.
Go Tigers.
I know he's so good at this game, but he's having a rough night tonight.
He's one of those people that I don't think is a fan of Martinsville. Kill him coming to 2 to go now.
What
Did
made
you-
you think that?
Did you figure that out the third time you hit the wall or the fifth time you hit the wall?
Oh,
I was actually thinking
Or
the
10th time?
that was
24th
probably about
time
the
he hit the wall.
25th. Yeah, I was about to say 25th. But yeah.
Around there. 20 plus.
Hope you don't watch the stream back. He won't be happy with that.
Well, alright, kill him. Your most dominant car, the Martinsville Master, coming to 1 to go. Snagging that white flag. I believe, barring an absolute catastrophe, he will take it home. Followed by Draven. And then Ronnie Mack. Lieutenant
Everybody
Crunch.
else is a lap down.
Everybody
so
else is a lap
we're
down.
better.
Your winner.
Kill
Wait,
him.
Captain Kill him. Unreal. Just pure domination. So we see the results on his screen here. Looks like it'll...
Yeah, say it so I type it.
Captain Kill him, Draven, Ronnie Mack, Lieutenant Crunch. You already heard. NR Lewis with a 6th place finish. Shout out for how much he hates this track. Gator Mike 7th, 2 laps down. Lights Out 8th. Jagboy 9th. And I believe Swamp Fox was 10th.
Whoa!
Sure.
Top 10 for Swamp.
Yes, love to see it.
I mean, he's 7 laps down.
All right,
So,
Alan, let's
he
get
beat-
our
he beat
race
Sharp,
winner in
right?
here.
Yes, sir. I forgot I was the host of the car.
That you are. As I look in the cup chat, Sharp says, I don't ever want to see this racetrack ever again.
I
Just
mean,
ridiculous.
Not much of a surprise there.
Absolutely not. But I think like we said, most people are not huge fans of it on the long run. My goodness. Wasted was here. Shout out Wasted. Hi Wasted. With WUZ, Wasted was here. I'll scroll back out. Scroll over to our winner, Captain Killam. We'll see if we can get him in the party here shortly.
He has received an invite.
God, that was just
I guess.
unreal. I can't ask what you guys saw because I think everybody saw it. I mean,
It was pretty blatantly obvious.
all right, my goodness. As we are joined by our winner, Captain Killam. Congratulations. B, thanks for making it boring for us to watch, Killam. Why you got to do that?
Hell yeah, brother!
There we go.
You love to hear it, even though you made it boring.
Right?
I'm sorry it was boring. I had no control over that. I just had to go.
And go you did. You're now labeled as either the Martinsville Machine or the Martinsville Master. I'm going to give you one of them, but congratulations on winning.
I like both of those.
I'll let you pick, but congratulations on winning. I don't know what to ask you because I don't like. I guess I'll ask you. Do you think it was the setup or the line you were running that got you out to that huge lead? I know we've seen you do this in previous seasons where you are very comfortable here and walk out to that big lead, but which one do you think it is more, setup or how you run the track?
I think it's how I run the track because, one, I ran a different preset on this race. Two, I didn't change anything until stage 3. And so I think it's line running. I really think it's consistency, and the biggest part is really the ability to not be in traffic is what allowed me to get really the lead, I think, as far as breaking away from the pack.
Well, that definitely answers it if you were running the same preset. And that's one thing that Alan mentioned in the broadcast was that consistency, you know where to let off, you know where to brake, you know where to let the car roll. And with that, I'll pass it over to Alan and see if he's got any questions for you.
I don't really have any questions. Kind of expected this from the previous 2 seasons. Congratulations, you extend your points lead. You definitely know what you're doing here. Good job.
I appreciate it.
And we have a
yeah,
third.
Everybody was putting pressure on me because I have won here before, so I felt the need to really push it. So
not only have you won, I think we've ran 750 laps in 3 seasons, and you've probably led well over at least 500 of them, maybe even 600. But we have another special guest in the booth. He lagged out at the beginning of the race. We got we got the Cup Series commissioner and the co-owner, K-Bart. Do you have any questions for our race winner?
I don't have any questions, but I am, as the co-commissioner, I guess you're calling it.
Stop.
Banned from Martinsville races.
If that's fine as long as you give me all the points. So
I'll give you 15.
15.
That way I don't make the broadcast quote boring again.
Yeah. I was drinking beer and I'm pretty tired right now. Let's move on to the next guy.
I think it's shitty you lagged out, K-Bart. Sorry to hear that, man.
It did suck. My router was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset.
Oh,
that's what happened.
That's
just
what
randomly.
happened. Similar thing happened to me at Mid Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, with that, Killam, the floor is yours. Who would you like to shout out after your absolutely dominating performance?
Well, thanks to you guys for broadcasting. That's a great thing that's going on in this league. And then also TJR 1-2 again this season, so that's awesome. So congrats to them guys. So.
Right on. Speaking of TJR, we just got your teammate Draven in here, so we will interview him and kindly ask you to leave the party. Please and thank you.
All right. Take it easy.
Congratulations again, Killam.
Yep, thank you.
And with that, we welcome Draven, your number 2 finisher. Hello. Congratulations on your second place finish.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You and Killam seem to have the dominant cars. I mean, I don't think anybody had anything for Killam after watching that. If we're being honest here, it was not the most exciting race to watch, but you and Ronnie had a great battle in that third stage. Yeah. Not only at the beginning of the stage, but then also kind of towards the end. I mean, you pit later than him, so do you think those new tires really gave you that edge that bumped you past him in that third stage?
The tires gave me the edge, and plus we were firing off extremely tight there, especially beginning of stage 2 with the setup we had. The car took a long time to actually come in for us, longer than we actually wanted to, so we made a final adjustment to kind of get some more arc in the car, and with those 4 fresh tires in the adjustment, we were able to run them down quick enough to solidify that second place spot. This is my worst track on the circuit, so I'm actually pretty pumped about it. Second place in all stages and to finish the race 1-2. I'm actually feeling really good. First time I've had fun at Martinsville.
That's a great points night for you. I mean, you can't really complain about that. And with that, I'll see if Alan, you got a question for our second place finisher, Draven here?
I mean, not really.
I was kind of questioning what you're doing when Ronnie pitted and you stayed out, but I knew you probably banking on those fresh tires at the end of the race there. Congrats, 1-2 for your team there. Nice job.
Yeah, thank you. We had a good car all night long. A lot faster than I thought I was going to be. I had a slither of the hope there in stage 2. We were actually running, kill him down slowly but surely. We had a pretty good rhythm there, and then a caution came out, and I knew it was game over after that because that dude was in his own zip code anytime a restart happened. So shout out to him for the win, undefeated here. And, yeah, shout out to everybody at TJR. I guess I'll go ahead and go to the shout-outs. Shout out to you guys in the booth. We always appreciate you guys letting us go back and watch this. Everyone that runs the league, Joe, Gator, Kevin, Kyle, all you guys, appreciate it. And Williams, hell of a car, my man. And everyone TGR, kill him. Jaggy, appreciate it.
Speaking of one of the co-owners, we have a special guest in the booth after he lagged out. We got K-Bart in here. K-Bart, do you have a question for Draven?
Yes. No, I really don't. Never mind.
Fair enough.
I really don't. Yeah, hey man, congrats. So,
Thank you, sir.
second. So, I had top 5. I think I had a top 5-ish car, but nothing like what you guys had. So,
I do want to do a quick
Oh,
shout out
well.
to Joe. Him and I had a good race there in the beginning, so shout out to
You
Joe
did.
for that good
Yes,
race.
you guys did.
I'm really shocked with Ronnie. So, I
Hey
kinda
man,
wanna
he had a
get him
fast
in
car.
here.
So,
We're gonna have to
Yeah,
get.
I want to get him in here.
We got to get
and
Ronnie in here.
I can't believe how Ronnie was battling with you.
I had a lot of
and-
fun, man. That was a blast.
And compared to him last season at Martinsville, I don't know if you remember that, Draven, but
How can I
his goal
forget?
was
Man?
to pit
Kept us
25,000
amused.
times. So.
Oh, best highlight ever.
Well, y'all
Yeah,
were the best.
he was
Y'all were the
committed.
best. Y'all, yeah, he was committed. Y'all were the best battle on the track, and that's what we were focusing on for the last stage of the race because Killam was in his own zip code, like you said. So, anybody else you want to shout out, Draven, before we let you go and get Ronnie in here?
Nah, shout out to everybody, man, and glad we were able to put on the show there.
Right on. Go crack a couple cold ones, my man.
Oh, way ahead of you, brother.
Yes.
Take care, guys.
You too. All right, let's get Ronnie Mack in here. We have to interview him after this.
Invite has been sent.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes!
Exactly. But that, I mean, there were some good battles, like we said. Draven and Ronnie were very good, and that was really fun to watch. And we'll see what Ronnie has to say after his last season performance, if he joins. Ronnie, please join. Gotta go tag him. So is there anything else that we didn't talk about that you guys possibly noticed?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much exhausted what we could talk about the last 50 laps of the race.
It almost, yeah, right. It almost, it went almost exactly to script. Oh, Ronnie's typing.
I mean, we couldn't have scripted it much better, honestly.
Easily the best race preview show I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, we pretty much nailed it. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, Ronnie threw a curveball in there, so maybe we got a double, not a home run, but
I'll take a triple. We'd missed the one thing.
Yeah. We'll take that. Yeah.
Okay, we need your teammate in here. Send him another invite. Need him in here.
I don't think he hates me that much, so he should accept.
Well, if he doesn't join within the next minute or two, we'll cut it short here. But yes, K-Bart, yes. Gotta tag him everywhere.
In the pure Discord as well.
There we go.
Fine.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Oh, there he is.
Ronnie Mack, your third place finisher tonight. Love to see it. Well, Ronnie, congratulations on your third place run. This is the reason we invited you was because this is quite the contrast from last season, where I believe you set at least 2 NARL records of most pit stops in one race and most laps down while still remaining in a race. So, how did you turn it around this season at Martinsville?
Well, you see, I did like 100 laps of practice, and it was just god awful. And then I just immediately went to a 1 preset, and I was like, all right, I'm going to see what happens. And it worked. I don't know what to tell you. It worked.
Well, it makes sense to me because you want to counteract that loose off, even though if your car takes a little bit to come in with the fewer amount of drivers we've had in the last races. So that makes sense to me. With that, I'll hand it off to your teammate, Alan here. And Alan, what kind of questions do you have for your teammate after that third place performance?
Nothing too crazy here. First of all, congrats. I didn't know what happened last season. So great race in contrast to that. One question I do have, you pitted, I don't know, I'd say 15 or 20 laps before Draven did. So what were you thinking on that? Where was your mind at in that last pit stop when you would pit and what you were doing there?
Well, I knew that me and him had pretty much the exact same long run car because me and him were going back and forth there in the long run. So
Yeah.
I wanted to short pit him and then get out in front of him, and hopefully his tires would wear by the time he caught up to me. And then we'd still be, battling, but I thought I'd go ahead and end up in front, but it just wasn't the case.
Yeah, I'd say that would have been the good call, but I think he just waited so much longer than you probably thought that his tires are just that much
Yeah,
better
I thought it was going to be like 10 laps. It turned out being like 15, 20 laps.
Yeah. So, that got you. But solid podium finish. I like to point out that it seems like you're in every wreck that happens. So great finish tonight. Way to turn the season around.
Yeah, the only time I didn't get into a wreck, so I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Ronnie, you had one hell of a race. With that, we'll ask co-owner and Cup Commissioner K-Bart, finally got that right, if he has any questions for you as well.
Hey man, congratulations. I'm definitely gonna put you on the award at the end of the year for best track comeback from season to season. So I was very surprised with you. I noticed warm-ups. I was like, I'm not catching him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is he fast now? What's he doing? So, and then I lagged out. So then I have to worry about you on track. So,
Is he fast?
hey man,
I wish
congrats.
you didn't.
Yeah, it sucked, but anyways, that's a story for another day. But hey man, congrats. Just keep it going, and maybe we'll get some dubs in there, but not before me. So.
Well,
we're hoping
Ronnie.
to carry the momentum.
Well, Ronnie, with that, congratulations on your third place finish again. Again, an unreal turnaround from last season at this track.
Yeah.
Is there anybody you want to shout out real quick before we let you go?
Shout out to Draven and Killam, especially Killam, for going ahead and absolutely just dominating this race and literally lapping almost the entire field except me and Draven. And then shout out to Draven for just going ahead and me and him battling back and forth and putting on a clean fight between me and him.
Right on. Well, with that, we'll let you get on with your night, Ronnie. Thank you for joining us, even though a little out of the ordinary for us to interview 3 people, but we had to do it. We had to do it.
Last time it happened, it was me.
That it was.
It was.
But all right, Ronnie, we'll let you go. Congratulations
Alrighty.
and have a good night, sir.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You as well. Well, with the Labor Day weekend coming up, the North American E-Racing League is taking both Sunday and Monday off to celebrate the holiday. So enjoy that time with your loved ones and friends. Stay safe. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, right here, 8:45 Eastern, when the Truck Series heads to Homestead. And after the intense battles we've seen at the last 2.5 miles, can they keep it clean, and can they have great racing like last time? So thank you guys for watching. For Alan and K-Bart, I'm K Keenis 22. Have a good night.